shake. You better buy her flowers just because. She's gotta give her babies for all she loves. And as for us, hot, you'll see. Spoochie's over here, let's have another cheer. Spoochie's over here, let's have another cheer.
Song queued up, or?
Song for you, man. What's your song? Figure it out.
That wasn't planned, so. Am I supposed to get introduced? Oh, it doesn't matter. So, it's my pleasure to welcome you all to the wedding reception of Christy and Jason. Thank you, Sorty and Christy. That speech was beautiful. Of course, you know I wrote this speech last week, so I had no idea if it would be beautiful or not, but I had to take a gamble. And you know, I'm not superstitious or anything, but I can't help but think that this amazing weather that we're having today is a result of the rosary that my mother placed in Christy and Jason's shrubs earlier this week. So everyone can definitely thank her for that. But you know, I've had a rosary in my bush all day, and you should be thanking me. Which reminds me, I should probably take that out before we start dancing. There's actually a lot of people in this room, which is a true testament to how amazing these two people are. And they're very special to me. Some people, as I look around the room, some people I know, some people I don't know. I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce myself. And by all means, if you're offended by something I've already said, or something I'm about to see, reach out to Jason and Christy and tell them that you're deeply offended by the best man speech that Tom Pink gave. My name is Tom Pink, that's Pink, P-I-N-K, just like the color. No, I'm just kidding. Believe it or not, I'm actually Jason's younger brother. And despite being the younger one, I have some experience with this whole marriage thing, because 7 years ago I was sitting in his seat. Actually, it wasn't the same seat. It was a much younger, stronger, much more handsome seat. And it was probably a much cheaper seat, too. Which, you know, by the way, thank you to the amazing parents of these two. My and my brother's parents, Ron and Karen. Christy's parents, Mark and Sue. I know that without your generosity, this day and this weekend wouldn't have been what it is to these two. Also, on behalf of Mark and Sue, a huge thank you goes out to everyone that RSVP'd no. and couldn't be here tonight. I mean, this stuff really, it gets expensive, and there's no way to cut costs down unless you want to go ahead and put tables outside or something. So 7 years ago, I married my beautiful wife Chastity, and to be honest, it was the best day of my life. I wouldn't have changed a thing about that day. So please, you know, you two, try and take a deep breath. Slow everything down, take a deep breath, take it all in. Not too deep, because I'm nervous about the speech I just farted. So, but really slow down and take it all in. I'm actually nervous because, since that day 7 long years ago, the question has been, how would you beat Jay's speech? How are you going to top his speech? It was so good. Well, I like a good challenge and some competition, so I bet him $50 that my speech would be better than his. I'll hold it for now. So here it goes, right? It's a lot of pressure. You're already under a lot of pressure being the best man giving this speech. Now there's money on the line and people take this thing very seriously. I've had people come up to me and say, it's not good. If it's not good, we're never going to talk to you again. And if it's not entertaining, we're unfriending you on Facebook. And, good luck, you're going to need it. And that was just my parents. Earlier today, people were wishing me good luck. Some woman came up and she had this huge, lavish bouquet of, spring flowers. It was beautiful. And she pinned it on my jacket for good luck. And I've never been the best man. I would imagine it's similar to jury duty. So you get that summons from Jay, and you get nervous. You don't really want to do it, but you have to. So you dress up. Dress up and you try to be an outstanding member of this community up here. The only difference between jury duty and this, I had no say in the life sentence that was passed earlier today. Bear with me. So I'm not just Jay's best man because I'm his brother. A lot of you might think, he's his brother, he's got to be the best man. No, there's specific criteria that I had to satisfy. The first and foremost, he looked at all the guys and said, you have to be Italian to be my best man. So right away, that knocks out a couple of these guys. The next one was, you had to be under 200 pounds. So we're just we're narrowing it down a little bit. And then, lastly, you could only be slightly less bald than Jay. So I win. And really, I'm busting on these guys, but how about the bridesmaids? I mean, they're pretty smoking, aren't they? Each of you really looks beautiful, and you've got such great personalities. I've gotten to know some of you throughout the week, and it's really great that Christy has surrounded herself with such great company. One of you looks especially gorgeous for having given birth 4 short weeks ago, my wife Chastity. You look amazing. Are you taking notes, Jay? But despite all the beautiful women on this side of the table, there's one person that definitely shines brighter than anyone else in the room today. That's the bride, my new sister, Christy. I mean, look at her with her, her full lashes, her beautifully toned skin, her picture-perfect hair, her flawless dress, I can't read your handwriting, Christy. What's that say? Her impeccable makeup. Today is really her day. So you might be asking yourselves, what's this beauty want with this beast up here? Could she be marrying him for his body? No, but I bet a very tiny part of him hopes so. Could it be for his peculiar taste in movies? Well, no, again, no woman will willingly watch Star Wars. She also will not willingly watch a Star Wars cartoon. She will not read Star Wars comics, the hard copy or the digital. She won't go to Star Wars concerts or conventions. She certainly won't support the display of a Star Wars action figure collection. I know you're passionate about Star Wars, Jay, but so are 12-year-olds. Maybe she's marrying him for his tattoos, right? Girls like guys with tattoos, sometimes the more the better. So, girls love them, but ask anybody who has tattoos, they're always embarrassed about that one. So, a quick show of hands. Who has heard of the band Blink-182? Okay, now leave your hands up. Leave your hands up if you have seen or heard of the Blink-182 bunny. Some hands went down. Leave your hands up if you have a tattoo of the Blink-182 bunny. Hold them up high, everybody. Move your hand. I'm trying to see if anybody else has their hand up. Just you. Okay, for the rest of your life, every day in your mirror, forever. Maybe it's for Jay Smooth Moves on the dance floor. I mean, most of you guys have seen the tornado of kicks, shoulder shrugs, and air guitar that Jay refers to as dancing. Fun fact, actually, the couple of honor met on the dance floor in a club. Jay describes it as the gravitational pull created with the power of his hip thrusts and his boot scoots. Christy, she just said that she slipped and fell into him. But to be honest, you know, when Jay told me that he met a girl at this nightclub, Vinyl, and he met her on the dance floor, my mind started racing. Like, my brother doesn't dance, so I don't know what's going on. I got really nervous, and I started thinking about when I married my wife. You know, she's not Italian, she's not Catholic, and here's my brother. He meets this girl. He's bringing home a blind girl to our family. We may never know what attracted Christy to Jay, but the man you see before you is a very talented man. He's a gifted artist. He excels at sports. He's a brilliant designer. He's got a great sense of humor. He's loving and compassionate. And his older brother just got married. I mean, sure, that was a joke, but those are all really the same traits that my brother has. We share most of them together. I've looked up to him for my whole life. He's my best friend. At times growing up, he was my worst enemy, but we're brothers, so sometimes that's just how it goes. He's a bit of a micromanager, though. He gave me a list of things that I'm not supposed to mention today. He said, don't say anything about the time when... No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that to him. But he did, you know, he talked to me about this speech a couple weeks ago. He wanted to make sure I had enough material. He's like, Jamie, you got enough material, right? I go, I have 36 years of material. I think I'll make do. He also got really excited and he said, oh, I can't wait to marry Krista and give her a real nice Italian last name. And I looked at him and I go, Christy Altabello? I'm pretty sure she's got that Italian last name thing all figured out. And then, you know, just last week, he texted me because he was going to the toy store. He was picking up some stuff for the ring bearers, for my daughter who was the flower girl. So he said that Christy sent him there for toys to get, you know, the kids in the wedding. He ended up getting himself some stuff too. So I asked him what he got. This is a normal conversation that we had. He said it's a super rare Batman toy and a Star Wars graphic novel. So of course, you know, I asked him, I go, well, you told Christy, right? And he said, well, no, I hid the receipts. My response, of course, was, and so it begins. So with that, on behalf of the Bucci's, I'd definitely like to officially welcome Christy to the family. I couldn't have asked for a more beautiful person to be my sister, to be my daughter's Aunt TT, and to be my brother's wife. But before I turn over the microphone, I'd like to read a really quick poem. Just bear with me, I know this has been a little long. It's going to take some audience participation. When I raise up my hand, say money. That's it. There's no title to this poem, but it's just to commemorate this day. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today to celebrate the union of Christy and Jay. It's finally here. We've been waiting for years for this day. I'm just glad that you married a woman because I thought you were gay. Christy's a kind and compassionate nurse who takes care of babies and kids. Jay is an immature nostalgia fanboy, and his underwear has skids. Christy trains horses at Heberly Stables. She married a man that used to dance on tables. The horses she trains are strong, muscular, and they have long flowing manes. These are the Reds. My brother is, well, I mean, he's not strong or muscular. He's bald, and he's got chicken legs. So what are the things that make this guy so great and a good one to keep? Well, he's sensitive, kind, caring, and generous for starters, but I won't go too deep. He's a good listener and can kiss away your pain like no other. I'm proud to say that this man is now your man, my big brother. Congratulations on your marriage, guys, on this beautiful day. Welcome to the family, Christy. You're a perfect match for Jay. But enough about them. Let's give their hearts a little rest. I'm gonna head out into the crowd and check out some of your guests. I see, my parents, Ron and Karen, and Christy's parents, Mark and Sue. What an amazing day, right? The joining of our families. And our average height is 5'2". We're all Italian, and we're short, so that shouldn't surprise me. I mean, Christy's aunt has a nickname. We call her Aunt Tiny. So a couple Italians got married, and there shouldn't be any drama. Your lives will be filled with food, love, and laughter, and a couple come siamas. But enough of them. Okay, enough of this nonsense. I'm gonna head outside. Now everyone's inside. You're ruining my poem. I'm gonna head outside. I want to see all the people that you were trying to hide. Oh wow, you're out here. And you're out here too. I know you can't see or hear anything, but how about that view? Last part here. I know, there's a lot of people here, and you have to understand it's really a hard thing to cater. Big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later. Hey man, anything you want to say to the couple? I'll let you finish your beer.
Congrats, Jay. It turns out you're not queer?
All right, I'm going to make my way back up to the head table to wrap up this poem about a love that's no fable. Your day has been beautiful, and I can see that your love is true. When I'm done with this poem, you can start making my nephew. But seriously, guys, a great marriage takes work, and it's a lot of labor. Christy, you married a self-proclaimed Jedi master. And he's got a 4-inch lightsaber. Oh wow, I almost forgot. Before we toast this great couple and raise up our glasses, before we all have some drinks and start shaking our asses, the last part of this poem is not clever, creative, or funny. I just needed something that rhymes with... If you're 50... So let's all actually raise up our glasses and toast the new Mr. and Mrs. Pucci.